Good day, hi ho kids, and welcome to our today's discussion. So for today, we are going to talk about verbs. And when we say verbs, these are action words. We have three tenses of verbs. We have present, past, and future. Let us start by discussing the simple present tense of the verb. The simple present tense of the verb is for or used for present now are for habitual things or actions. For example, I brush my teeth every day. Let us now talk about the subject and verb agreement for the present tense of the verb. Here is the rule. Singular noun takes the singular verb and plural noun takes the plural verb. How do you form singular verbs? You form singular verbs by adding s or es to the main verb. Or you can also use these linking verbs, is and am. Let's have some examples. First, the girl eats her meal. We have here a singular subject or noun. That is why our verb ends with s. Next, that lady is pretty. Again, for this one, we have a singular subject. That is why we are using the linking verb is. How about for plural verbs? For plural verbs, the verb will remain in its base form, or instead of using is or am, we are going to use are. For examples, the girls eat their meal. The girls, or the word the girls, or just the girls, is plural. That is why our verb is in its base form. Next, those ladies are pretty. We have here a plural subject. That is why we must also have a plural verb. For the time expressions, you can use the following: every day, at night, twice a year, and in the morning. For you to read these sentences properly, please pause the video. Let us now talk about the simple past tense. This one is used for the actions that happened in the past. For example, I watched a movie last night. How to form the past tense of the verb? We have two ways, one for regular verbs and the other for irregular verbs. For the regular verb, you just need to add d or ed at the end. For example, baked, prayed, opened, cooked, walked, closed, waved, kicked, and hugged. And for the irregular verb, there are two ways as well. You can change the spelling, and some verbs remain in its base form. For example, am and is to was, do to did, go to went, and set is still set. For the time expressions, you can use the following: last night, earlier, yesterday, and last year. Again, please pause the video to read the sentences properly. Last one is the simple future tense, and it is used for actions that will happen in the future or soon. For example, I will watch a movie later. How to form the future tense of the verb? You are going to use will or shall plus the base form of the verb. For examples, will go, will have, will eat, shall eat. For the time expressions, you can use the following: tomorrow, soon, next month, and later. Again, please pause the video for you to read the sentences properly. Let's now go to the points to remember in this topic. First, the verb must always agree with the subject. If we have a singular subject, we must also have a singular verb. And if we have a plural subject, we must have a plural verb. Next, add s or es at the end of the verb to make it singular. Next, use the base form of the verb for plural subjects. Next, regular verbs form their past tense by adding d or ed to the base form of the verb. Next, for irregular verbs, they form their past tense by changing their spelling, and for some, they remain in their base form. Last but not the least, to form the future tense of the verb, just add will or shall before the base form. That's all for today. Thank you and goodbye, hi ho kids.